Hello, and welcome to today's episode. I'm going to be your host, the Irrelevant Nerd, and today I'm going to be reviewing Season 1 of the Legends of Vox Machina. After being so hyped, finishing the first season of The Mighty Nine, I wanted to go back, do a review of the first season of our first Critical Role show, and I will keep this review mostly spoiler-free other than maybe a few references that I might make, but if you haven't seen the show before, you are totally safe. To its core, the show is similar to The Mighty Nine, obviously coming from the same people, but in that it's about another like ragtag group of mercenary type people and misfits who stumble into this found family and end up going on these quests that have a much bigger impact on their world than the group is anticipating at the start. The show is a blend of high fantasy with super intense violence and a very, very strong emphasis on comedy. The humor does set the tone of the show overall. There's lots of swearing and I would just say crudeness to the humor, which I enjoy. I love it, but I'm sure the humor could be very hit or miss for some people. If crude humor is not your jam, I don't think this show is going to do it for you, but if you don't mind it or you do like it, I think you'll end up enjoying the humor quite a bit. But I do think the show is able to kind of parlay the comedic moments into serious character moments surprisingly well, and it does it quite often. So even though there is a strong emphasis, it's not just comedy. There is a weight to this show and to the plot overall. The characters this group is really where this show shines. I love each member of the group, and I think the show does a really good job of having each character have a decent amount of growth, but without changing what you love about their character or affecting that character's dynamic to the group in a negative way. The voice acting is obviously incredible. The actors just feel so natural in these roles, which makes sense because they played them for years in the Critical Role campaign, and now they're playing them again in the show. And the confidence in their voice is just perfect. It just fits everything so well. And the animation of the show is fantastic right from the start. It looks crisp with a good flow, and the color is fantastic, and the action scenes and fight choreography feel very almost anime inspired. The action is fast-paced and creative and has that brutality to it, and so when you mix it all together, the show just looks fantastic. And I would say the pacing of the season is fairly strong overall, but I do think it's probably the weakest part of this season. The first few episodes are very side questy, as it's sort of establishing the world and our characters and kind of the threats that we're going to be coming up against, and so it can feel a little disjointed in the first half of this season, but when it introduces the White Stone storyline, I would say the pace picks up considerably and becomes much more compelling, and the episodes do a better job of kind of leaving off in a position that makes you want more and to immediately start the next episode. And by the time you get to the end of the season, the stakes and emotional payoff were much higher than I expected based off how the first few episodes I went. So I do think the pacing is a little wonky, but I think it manages to close it out in a very satisfying way, and it kind of gets stronger as the season goes along. overall, I do think this is a very, very good start for the show. I would rate it for the whole season, I would rate it a 9.4 out of 10, and I would strongly recommend it if you're a fan of the Mighty Nine, or D&D, or just high fantasy in general. And yeah, check it out. The show is definitely worth watching if you need something to kind of pique your interest. I know there's tons of stuff out there on the streaming services, but I do think this one is worthy of your time. So if you have seen it, let me know, what did you think of this, just season 1 of Vox Machina? Let's not reference anything going forward and try to keep it spoiler free in the comments for the people who haven't seen it. But beyond just what did you think? Like, how much did you enjoy season 1? Which do you think had a stronger first season? The Legends of Vox Machina or the Mighty Nine? I would say for me, I'm going to go the Mighty Nine having a stronger season 1, but overall, I love both of these shows, so let me know down below. I have some more videos that I'll be working on for you very soon, including season 2 of this show, as well as a review of the first few episodes of season 2 of Fallout. So have all that in the works, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.